Okay, welcome everybody. Part of the pre-lab for experiment 1 is a little tedious, and it just has to do with plotting. It's a bunch of instructions and button pushes, which, when you try to write them out are really tedious. So I'm just going to make this video to show you quickly how to do it. So here we've got our puppy data. Yay, puppies! So these are newborn puppies, their weights in grams. And I just want to show you how to plot their weights, add error bars, and then plot a line on it that shows the average. I've just used the average function here to calculate it. So yeah, let's go. So the first thing, you can just highlight. So I want to plot the puppy versus how much mass that puppy has. So I'm just going to highlight those two columns, do an insert here. I'm going to pick a scatter plot. Scatter plot with nothing else is the best one to do. We don't want to clutter things up too much. You can add a title, so mass of newborn puppies, so you can do that. You can add stuff. You can add axes and stuff by going primary here. So this is the puppy litter number. So this is just maybe the order it was born or something like that. I'm going to add a vertical axis to puppy mass in grams. Okay. Yeah, so it's pretty good. You can change the font size of these if you want. I find they're pretty small to begin with. So if you wanna make stuff a little bigger, you can do that if you want. It's not necessary, but just something you can do. Okay, so we have our puppy masses, and we see that they're quite varied, right? So I guess the first thing we want to do is let's add some error to this, some uncertainty, our error bars. So here we have our error in each measurement. So what we're going to do to add that is we're going to go to add chart element and click on the chart design, and then add chart element. And yeah, so make sure when you click on this, you see chart design appear, and then click on chart design. But we're going to add some error bars, and I'm going to go to more error bar options because I want none of those. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to add custom. You see it's added some error bars. I don't like that. I don't know why it does that automatically, but we'll delete them after the fact. So we're going to do both directions, plus and minus. And so the positive error value is plus 20. Hit enter. Negative value is minus 20. Hit enter. And we get some error bars. And I'm going to click on these horizontal ones and delete them. There we go. Bob's our uncle. And we have some puppy masses with error bars. So the next thing to do is plot the average. So we have the average here. So whenever you're plotting, so this is just a general technique for plotting a function, any function on a graph. So here for puppy 1, I'm going to plot the average. So what it means is that 1, it'll plot that dot, which is the average number. And if we do that for every single one, it'll just plot a straight line across, right? So that's all we're doing. So you right click on the center of your table and you want to select your data, and we're going to add a new data series. I'll call it average. So my X values for the data series are the puppy numbers. The Y values are just those averages. This could be any function, so you could make a change and go all over the place. So you could use this if you had some mathematical model you wanted to plot against data. This is a way to do it. Okay. So I have that, and I'm just going to hit OK. And I see a bunch of little orange dots appear. Sometimes, like right now, I can click on the dots and select them, and then I can go and format my data series. Sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes you have to go to Format, right? You have to click on it and go to Format. Go to Plot Area and actually pick your series. because sometimes there are like error bars and other things all in the way and it gets all hard. But I'm going to draw a solid line. I'm going to make it orange. I like it orange. And then for the marker, I'm going to say no marker. And, I could do some manipulating. I could make a data point for number 7 and one for 0 and make this orange line go right across. But I don't know, it gets the point across. So yeah, that's how to make a plot and add some error bars to it and add a function which happens to be just the average line.